We all remember the moments during the Dressrosa arc when Law told Doflamingo that D will cause a storm. Naturally, when we hear this, we think about Luffy doing something crazy. And yes, that is a logical conclusion to come to, but Luffy is not the only member of the D clan. You saw the thumbnail, and you can guess where I'm going with this. Oda has been carefully building towards the reunion of the Monkey D family since the beginning of the series. With Luffy being rescued by Dragon at the beginning of his journey, and him meeting Garp at Water 7 and Marineford, Luffy has encountered his family at one point or another, but they have never all been in the same place at the same time. This is a moment Oda has been saving and steadily building towards for over 20 years. This will be more than just a family reunion though. It will be an event that shakes the world. And when this family finally reunites, the world will be watching. Oda has strategically placed them near or at the top of every major faction in the story. Luffy as a pirate, Dragon as a revolutionary, and Garp as a marine. Oda has saved Luffy's family for the final stretch of the series, and without a doubt has big plans for them. Dragon and Garp are already making their moves, and Luffy's adventure continues. What will happen when these paths diverge, and this family finally reunites? Let's find out. I'm not even going to bother introducing Luffy. We all know who he is, but what is important to understand is what he has done. Ever since his adventure started, he has been liberating islands and gaining allies. Luffy has even amassed his own fleet of over 5,000 men. Some of his allies even have entire armies at their disposal, such as Alabasta, Drum Kingdom, Dressrosa, Fishman Island, Amazon Lily, and even Wano. And I might be missing a few, but you get my point. Luffy has allies all across the Grand Line and the New World. He has even turned past enemies into current allies, with Mihawk stating that he has the most terrifying ability in the world. He even has the remnants of the White-Bearded Pirates as allies, and after gaining Katakuri's respect during their fight, Luffy may even have the Big Mom Pirates as his allies in the future. The Big Mom Pirates have already discussed the possibility of someone else leading them in the event Big Mom is defeated. With Katakuri in command, Luffy would have another powerful ally at his side. Luffy already declared war against the world government at Enies Lobby, and his number of allies has only multiplied since then. Luffy has gained infamy from defeating multiple warlords and directly infiltrating government facilities, such as Enies Lobby and Impel Down. Luffy also has Nico Robin as his crewmate, one of the few people capable of reading the poneglyphs, meaning that Luffy and his crew can uncover the truth that the world government has kept hidden for over 800 years. And if that was not enough, he ate the mythical Zoan sun god Nika fruit, a fruit that the world government has tried to keep hidden, even going as far as to lie about the fruit's true name. Luffy has now emerged as Joy Boy, a figure that is opposed to the world government from the very beginning. Luffy is also a member of the D clan, a clan that is said to be the literal enemy of God. And if all of that was not enough, Luffy is now one of the 4 emperors, at the top of the pirate world with other powerful pirates such as Shanks, Blackbeard, and Buggy. Every action he takes, every decision he makes, pushes him closer down the path of toppling the world government once and for all. We all knew that Luffy would face the world government eventually, but Oda has been steadily giving Luffy allies and putting him in positions to directly oppose the world government itself, building up Luffy as the enemy of God, the sun god Nika, and even Joy Boy. Luffy has just about everything he needs to go head to head against the world government, only missing the One Piece itself and the knowledge of the Void Century, to truly start the final war against the world government as the Pirate King. Luffy is not the only member of his family who is being set up to face the world government. Dragon is the most wanted man in the world because of his opposition to the world government. Dragon has formed the Revolutionary Army, a global organization so big that they have bases in all 4 blues, the Grand Line, and the New World. Dragon has been eluding the world government's grasp for decades, and his influence is only growing stronger. Dragon has been actively defying the world government, most recently having his commanders face off against Admirals Fujitora and Green Bull during the Reverie. During the revolutionaries' assault at the Reverie, Sabo uncovered a hidden truth and saw the unthinkable. Sabo saw Imu, the person at the top of the world, the person with the most power and influence in the world, the person who sits on the empty throne and has more power than even the 5 elders, a person who shouldn't exist. Sabo's knowledge of Imu has changed everything. Dragon now knows about the threat above the government, the person who is responsible for the state of the world, allowing tragedies like Ohara to happen, and on a whim destroying the country of Lelusia. Sabo being Dragon's subordinate is also a big deal. Sabo has garnered his own following, gaining the title of the Flame Emperor, rallying more people to the side of the Revolutionary Army. Sabo also parallels Ace, and Ace was the catalyst for the Marineford War, a war that changed the One Piece world and concluded the first half of the story. I have no doubt that Sabo will play a crucial role in the final conflict of the series. The Revolutionary Army has also been liberating islands across the world. We have seen the revolutionary commanders helping a town of people ward off the Peach-Bearded pirates, and there are likely many more islands indebted to the Revolutionary Army. Dragon himself is very likely to be extremely powerful. Seeing how strong Luffy and Garp are, I find it unlikely that Dragon would be the odd man out. Dragon will live up to the title of the most wanted man in the world. Currently, the Revolutionary Army is about to launch an attack against the world government. But with Sabo's whereabouts unknown and Kuma's recent strange actions, it may not be the best time for them to strike. But when they do, Dragon has the manpower and the influence to do serious damage to the world government. After chapter 1080, it is pretty much confirmed that Garp is a member of SWORD. That was never the craziest theory, and many people already expected this. Garp may even be the mastermind behind SWORD. Garp being the leader of SWORD would have major implications. Garp is the legendary hero of the Marines, a man that many Marines aspire to emulate, a man that many pirates fear. If Garp does turn against the world government, many Marines will join him, greatly reducing the number of Marines still loyal to the government. Currently, Garp is fighting Aokiji on Hachinoso Island, in a battle that is yet to be decided. For a long time, many viewers have theorized that Aokiji is a member of SWORD, or that he is undercover within the Blackbeard Pirates for some other reason. I still think that is very likely. If Garp is a member of SWORD or the founder of SWORD, it would make sense that his protege would also be a member of SWORD. Aokiji is most likely keeping up appearances, so he can stay undercover within the Blackbeard Pirates. If he did not fight against the Marines, he would look very suspicious to the Blackbeard Pirates. Aokiji does owe Garp for something in the past, and he has mentioned this twice in the series already. He also highly respects Garp, so even if he could kill Garp, I doubt that he would. Some people think that Blackbeard will return to Hachinoso Island and kill Garp, but I find that unlikely. I call Blackbeard the ultimate opportunist of One Piece for a reason. He only fights when he has the advantage. Blackbeard also has a trend going. If something is not going according to his plan, he will run away. He has already done this 3 times in the story. He killed a heavily injured Whitebeard, but when Shanks wanted to fight him, he chose to leave instead. He wanted to trade Bonnie for a Navy warship, but when he saw a Kainu on it, he ran away instead. He went all the way to Amazon Lily to steal Hancock's Devil Fruit, but when Rayleigh showed up, he ran away. Now he has kidnapped Kobe for the sole purpose of using him as a bargaining chip. But now Garp has arrived. Blackbeard is not prepared to fight Garp, and he definitely does not want this smoke. Garp being a member of SWORD allows him to do pretty much whatever he wants. As Aokiji explains, SWORD members can act without authorization, and if they are in trouble, the Marines can cut ties with them, meaning that whatever Garp does can be written off as his actions and not the actions of the Marines as a whole, giving Garp the freedom to launch an attack against the Yonko crew. Garp is a Marine through and through, so it might be hard for some people to see him switching sides in the end, but Oda has already planned for this. We know that the world government is planning a great cleansing, and this could be the catalyst that turns Garp against the world government for good, an evil so great that Garp can no longer stand with the Marines, and has to oppose the very organization he has fought for all his life, forcing Garp to ally himself with pirates and revolutionaries alike, bringing SWORD's Marines with him, and when Garp does turn against them, he will have not only SWORD, but many Marines across the world joining his cause to topple the world government. So if this family reunion starts the final war, how would Oda bring them together? I have thought of a few ways this can happen. Scenario 1. Right now the destruction of Lelougia is not widespread news, but it might be in the future. The destruction of Lelougia could be enough for Garp to turn against the world government. Dragon is already invested, because Sabo is his subordinate, and of course Luffy would fight anybody who targets his brother, forcing all 3 men to target the world government to avenge the people of Lelougia in retribution for the attempt on Sabo's life. Scenario 2. Garp is actually captured by the Blackbeard Pirates, and he is handed over to Cross Guild, making Cross Guild more relevant in the story, and placing Dragon and Luffy in a position in which they have to rescue their father and grandfather respectively, giving them time to talk and understand each other's position on the world government, maybe even giving us Dragon and Garp's backstories. Or the final option, Scenario 3. The Strahds find the One Piece and reveal the truth about the Void Sentry to the world, forcing each member of the Monkey D family to target the world government, with each of them arriving at the Holy Land at the same time. Of course the final war would have started by then, but it would give us the long-awaited family reunion. Of course this is all speculation. Oda may even have something greater planned for their reunion. 3 men, each extremely powerful, with incredible influence across every major faction in the world. 3 men, slowly raising armies against the world government. 3 enemies of God. 1 family. The Monkey D family is being positioned to deal the final blow against the world government, and Oda is saving their reunion to usher in the beginning of the end of One Piece. D will cause a storm, and this is how. This is what I believe Oda has been building up to for over 20 years. I truly believe that Oda will give us at least 1 panel of the entire Monkey D family together, ready for battle. But this is what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy one of these videos as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or dislike if you didn't, and consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.